Yo, what up fellas, Paulie down in building. Welcome to the video called Why You Must Do an Erasmus Exchange Semester. This video is going to be mostly focused on my fellas that are coming from the European Union. But if you're coming from another country, it's not everything is lost. You can still do an exchange semester, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you or a little bit more pricey. But I definitely think that an exchange semester is going to give you so much value long term. I would like to explain why I actually think that. Myself, I have done 3 exchange semesters, one in Denmark, one in Germany, and the third one in France. And the value that I got from these exchange semesters was amazing, and it just overall changed my whole perspective on the world and basically how the whole world is operating, the different cultures, and how people are doing stuff differently. So basically, if you're an EU citizen and you are studying at a university anywhere inside the European Union, you can actually apply for this exchange semester, and depending how many universities your university has contract with, then you can choose and apply for an exchange semester at these universities. In a nutshell, the most advantages that I can think of are that your language is going to be improved. So if you're coming from a country that is not natively speaking English, you're going to improve your English a lot. And afterwards, of course, if you speak English, you can be working in more international companies. Therefore, you can be raising your salary quite a lot. Another thing with the English improvement is that a lot of materials, education materials, are only in English. Let's say that, for example, you want to learn how to be a programmer, it's going to be very hard, nearly impossible to learn this skill if you don't really speak English, because the whole documentation and everything is basically in English. So that's going to be a valuable asset for your lifetime, because with the people who are speaking good English are privileged, even though some other people might disagree with it, but that's basically how it is. Just because the access to the education, free education, and even very cheap education that you can get online is limitless and very high quality and very good. Me myself, I was learning a lot of courses, studying a lot of courses on udemy.com. I can highly suggest. I'm not promoting them intentionally. I'm not sponsored in any way. I'm just saying that it really gave me the value and it deserves to give them the shout out. The second thing that you will really benefit from is that you will actually understand different cultures a lot. If you're going as an exchange semester to another country, let's say that I was going to Germany, you're going to be having a lot of people from different cultures around you, and you will basically understand the way how they do stuff. One thing that I can think of is that a lot of countries in Europe, we are quite a lot individualistic, that a lot of things that we are doing, we would prefer to do it ourselves, and we are comfortable doing stuff ourselves. But let's say that other countries or other cultures can be more collectivistic, where they prefer to listen to more different opinions and working in teams and working on a project in team. Both of them have their advantages and disadvantages, but that one is for another discussion. The third biggest advantage you can get out of the exchange semester is going to be a lot of new friends. You are going to be seeing friends and seeing people from all around the world. I remember when I was studying in Germany, we had classmates from California, from Mexico. We had classmates from Nepal. We had classmates from Tokyo, from South Korea, and from many other countries. So I definitely think that this really gave me a better understanding on how different people from different culture operate. And basically it kind of like broke down my whole stereotypic thinking that everybody is kind of same, because people are really different around the world and people are doing a lot of things differently. And that's what I really learned. And this is going to be a valuable lesson for me, because I just understand that you need to be approaching different people differently. One thing that I would like to also mention is that if you're doing an Erasmus exchange semester, the good thing about it is that actually a part of your costs are going to be covered by EU. I remember when I was going to Germany, I think I was getting like 300 or 400 euros per month. I think like 400 euros per month. And basically I was there for like 5 months. And I noted in Germany, this actually covered maybe like 70% of my costs already. And during the summer, I was working as a part-time employee in a chocolate factory where I was just a worker, and I was also working as a lifeguard, so I saved some money from my part-time job during the summer. So of course I could afford to pay the rest of the expenses, because you need to pay for your accommodation, and you need to pay also for your food. One thing that I want to mention, if you're doing an exchange semester within EU, the hosting university, they are actually supposed to be providing the accommodation for you, so they will give you an offer, and I highly suggest that you just accept this offer, because it's going to be much less stressful for you. Imagine that you need to come there and then you need to just like search for accommodation really fast, and if you're just like a 19-year-old who never been really abroad, it's going to be a little bit tougher for you if you're not used to this type of situation, and you need to rent like Airbnb for a couple of days. So I highly suggest that if the university is providing the accommodation, or they give you a chance to take their accommodation, that you just accept the offer and go with the accommodation they provide. And also most of the time it's going to be in some kind of like student dormitories, so you're going to be actually around all other students who are also exchange semester students. So you can be cooperating on the projects in some cases, you can be having some meeting halls there, and of course you can be also enjoying the parties. One comment I would like to talk about is the parties. A lot of people think that Erasmus exchange semester is going to be only parties, and I must say that I'm not saying it's not, but I think it really depends. For my personal case, I didn't go abroad to just enjoy and go to parties purely. I wanted to kind of like broaden my perspective on other countries and just get a little bit of experience, and just to see how it works basically in the other cultures, how the other education system are working. And I will make a new video where I'm, by the way, comparing all the education system that I've gone through, because I've gone through the Slovak education system, German, French and Danish, and these education systems are vastly different, and it's going to be a topic for another video that I would like to make in the future. And so basically a part of your cost are going to be covered, if not all of the costs. About the parties, I suggest that you definitely enjoy the parties. Why not? But of course, just don't waste all of your time just partying, and then afterwards you are not able to pass the exam. The next point is talking about the exam and exams. Some people might not like it, but I definitely think that the teachers are going to be looking at you. They know that you're an exchange Erasmus student, so they want you to pass the exams. But it doesn't mean that you are going to be lazy and not going to the classes and just partying and having hangovers and not giving the assignments, not handing in the assignments. That's not what it's about. And I definitely think that you can have some problems if you are not being serious. But I definitely think that the teachers want you to pass, but you just need to provide the value. You just need to prove them that you want to pass and that you studied for the exams. So definitely, if you're not lazy and if you give them a little bit of effort, they will let you pass, and it's not going to be a problem. Of course, it depends from a teacher to a teacher, but I never had an issue, and I never actually failed an exam abroad. And it was usually even a little bit easier than at my host university. One thing that I would like to talk about is that, let's say that you start your studies somewhere, I don't know, in Poland. And let's say that you are going as an abroad student to Germany. Then during this semester, your semester in Poland is 30 credits and your semester in Germany is also 30 credits. It really depends on the university to a university, but usually how it should be is that you pass the exams in Germany for this semester, and they would accept these 30 credits as you passed it in Poland, and then you basically just continue. But what happens with some universities is that they are really strict about it, and I think it makes absolutely no sense. But basically they have some exams. Let's say that you are supposed to have economics, mathematics and statistics, and you go abroad for an exchange semester. And what some of these universities might do is that you are going to be choosing the subject mathematics, economics, statistics during the exchange semester. But let's say that they even want to see the content, and then basically the teacher might be like, okay, I'm accepting only 70% of your mathematics exam, I'm accepting 50% of the statistics exam, and I'm accepting the whole credits of the economics exam. And basically what this do is that they want you to then study the topics that are not covered abroad, and you are supposed to basically pass the exam at home. And this absolutely makes no sense, because first of all, you never had these exams like your classmates did, so you never actually were taught this type of subjects, so you need to study everything by yourself. And you basically studied a lot of stuff abroad, but you just studied a little bit different stuff, and at the end it doesn't really matter. You are still within the focus, you are just basically having a little bit different chapters. But I think it's really stupid if some universities does it. And in the ideal world, they would just accept 30 credits for 30 credits, because those are universities that were chosen by your main university. So they're kind of like choosing them, that they are actually valuable and they are reliable in providing the information that you need to actually get a degree. So if the university choose someone and suddenly you cannot, you never can match the curriculum 100%, and it's simply it cannot be done. It's impossible. So in a situation like this, I really hope that some universities improve their ways and they would just accept 30 credits for 30 credits. Then you try to get as close to your subjects that you were supposed to have during the original time at your university, and they just get it that you just match the credit, and then you basically pass, and then you continue with the next semester at your home university. Really good experience. I can highly suggest it. I had a great time. I had a blast, and it was the best time of my life because of the experience. Because I was partying not so much, but the experience, and everything was new for me. Just the communication in English. I never was to talk in English like on a daily basis with people, and even discussing the materials, the educational materials in English, and presenting in front of people and creating presentations, handing out papers. My written English was actually really bad when I started, but I improved quite a lot. One tool that I can highly suggest if you're trying to improve your handwriting in English is Grammarly. Again, I'm not sponsored for them. I just use the service, and I think the service is pretty good. So that's why I used it, and I can highly suggest it. They have like a free plan that you never have to pay for anything. And you can just create a document, you can paste the text, and you can choose if you want to have like a British English or American English, and depend of the level of English that you're having. And they will basically autocorrect some of the sentences. Of course, it's not 100% correct because it's just AI, let's say. But it was a really huge improvement for my handwriting. Good fellas, that is everything for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If yes, please leave a like, leave a comment, and see you in the next video. I'm out of here. See ya!